Welcome to the AI revolution, where technology is not just evolving but radically transforming how we think, operate, and interact with the world around us. Today, AI is more than a buzzword, it's the backbone of innovation, driving change across every sector imaginable. Now, buckle up and join us for a groundbreaking episode of Random and Famous, where the pulse of innovation meets the rhythm of conversation. Today, I have a very special guest here, and I'm trying to explore the intersection of AI and modern business, delving into the mindset shift required for success in the startup world. So, I have a very special guest here, Ziad Taoud. Ziad, thank you so much for joining us. I know you have a busy schedule, and I'm really grateful. Please tell us, our audience, a brief overview of your journey and what led you to start your companies.
So thanks, Tausif, for having me. I have been always fascinated by the power of technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship. I always felt that all of this field have a tremendous and massive impact on our daily lives. So I started my career in Morocco in the field of technology. I have fortunate enough to work in different fields, starting from FMCG, retail, e-commerce, manufacturing. I work in different countries and different regions, France, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, and UAE. So that helped me a lot in terms of understanding what technology is about, how it can help both people and organization, and help me also to understand all the trends happening in the market as well. So I'm very passionate about technology and its impact on organization and also people.
Okay, great. I was looking at your profile, right, and it's really interesting. And you made a significant shift from the corporate world to launching startups. Okay, what inspired this change, and what vision do you have for the ventures in the AI space?
All right. Okay. Thanks for this question. I think it's a tricky one. For one reason, the decision was not that easy. I mean, when you've been in the corporate, having good life here in Dubai. You should have a very strong why as why you have to go and try new things. For me, it was about the impact and it's about what I can do for the entire community and how I can use the skills I'm good at, the learning I've got from the great leader I work with in the corporate world, and how I can manifest this in new ventures that can probably help me to also honor different values and different objectives as well. So, I mean, just to give credit to all the leaders I work with in the corporate world and also the learning I got also in the corporate world, because it helped me also to build a great understanding of the industries, its impact, and what innovation can do for the growth of an organization. So for me, the shift from corporate to startup, for me, I can see it as logical continuation of what I was doing. It's all about impact. It's all about what you do for the society. But my understanding from what's happening in the corporate world, how this organization, they consume technology, how they are adopting technology, what are the pain points that they are having, how I can see also, I'm not calling it the hype, but where is the trend in terms of technology going? So I felt that, okay, there is something happening. I'm good at it. I built very good understanding either on the region specification or also the trend of the technology. And something happened in the middle, I don't know what you call it, probably in the corporate, you are leading big transformation, you are managing bigger teams, you have probably access to bigger resources to have more impact, but there is nothing rewarding as building something from scratch, trying to find the market fit or the product market fit, or to feel that you have resolving specific issue or challenge or pain point that somebody is having. So AI for me, or technology, is at the end of the day a tool. We are also, I felt lucky because I was also exposed in different transformation in different countries and different regions, and I also build and implement many AI use cases before. So I have that knowledge, And I feel that many organizations, unfortunately, they don't have access to these resources. They don't have access to these nice technologies. And I feel that also I can share also accountability towards my ecosystem and how I can also empower many organizations to do more with technology. In fact, our company called Digitize, and our vision is to become the leader in terms of simplifying technology and AI for organization. And how we do that is by enjoying, empowering them to achieve more with technology and digital transformation.
Yeah, that's great. So when we talk about AI, right? If I go to the social media in the morning, right, and I open up, everyone's is so-called guru is there, and they're telling me the X amount of information that you should do this, and if you do this, you will get it. Okay, and I know everything. So how the social media is flooded with these people. So how do you differentiate valuable advice from the noise, and what should people look for when they're seeking credible information
Right.
on AI?
Okay. I think as principle, if someone is passionate about AI and want to learn more about I think it's about the curiosity. Now, when it comes to from where you can get the information, I still believe that it's also positive to have that hype around technology, because I feel AI is going to be the catalyst in terms of all the changes that will take place in terms of technology, and which the market is needed, not necessarily the private organization, but also the humanity as a whole. Now, what I would advise is that it's always good to have access to information from the sources, all right? Now, you mentioned that they are so-called guru. I don't want to get into that part, but I would say the AI leaders, we all know them. Probably you can also have access to books, because the protocol is quite clear. When you buy a book, there is no upselling after that, etc. Probably you can also look at and have some curiosity in terms of all the researchers, the development that are led either by government or by specific major tech leaders. Also, that's something also I'm doing is to look at what's happening in terms of the stock market, understand the investment willing, and understand the appetite of the investors across the board. So this is something I would say always try to get access to the resources. But something very interesting I want to share. Probably 2 months back, my daughter asked me, what is ChatGPT? She heard about it at school, and for me, I'm a technologist. I'm supposed to have an answer for her. Well, it's not that easy, because we are in the beginning of the emergence of something that most of people they are struggling to define. Let's be honest. It's not fair to say it's new technology or hardware or software that is like human, to mimic what human is doing in terms of thinking, development, or also predicting. But I think we are in a wave which is more than this, and it's not fair to have one specific answer. So having many people talking about AI, probably it's going to bring more perspective on the topic, which is great. But at the same time, it's always everyone is trying to learn, everyone trying also to understand what's happening. And yeah, so I think that would be my short answer.
Yeah, so the AI is now so much integrated in every aspects of life, and in the professions, around sectors. So, but it comes with its own challenges, right? So where do you see the biggest hurdles and how they can be overcome?
All right. I strongly believe that you cannot control something if you don't understand it. Okay. The first thing I would say as challenge is the understanding of AI. Okay. Now, we cannot limit it to ChatGPT. AI is bigger than this. We have been having some notions of AI before, but now I think the speed we are having with what changed before is the access to the computing resources, which help us and humanity to develop new models and more accurate and more strong. I think this is what changed, and this is what make everyone scared about what's gonna be the future of the AI, how it's gonna impact our lives. So it's gonna be more about how we can understand, the technology, and also there will be many changes in terms of how we will going to adopt the technology, and how we are going to define the future of this new technology and how it's going to be at the service of the humanity. I mean, as technologists, I might have a question about if AI will change the way we are doing education, if it's going to help us to have personalized healthcare services, what does it mean in terms of the wars and the weapon, etc. So those are very powerful questions that I still believe that they are valid, but it's too early to ask this question. For one reason, we are not yet there in terms of the development, at least in this region. But this is also a very good question in terms of what we should put as mitigation plan to manage the entire challenges that this technology can bring to the table.
Yeah, that's makes sense. Yeah, I think you have to understand first, right? Like you said, and every industry has their own needs.
Absolutely.
So this is not the one size fit all.
So when it comes to the business, probably just to share a few things, I've seen organizations that are also excited about AI. I mean, and rightly so. We've also having many conversations with many leaders that are keen to start their journey in terms of AI, and probably they don't know how to start. I mean, the only thing they do, they look at their IT leader in the organization and ask me, I need now a clear roadmap in terms of the AI. Now, AI for me, what I would advise is always to go back to the basics, right? The core principle of any new technology implementation. First of all, we have to look at, as you rightly mentioned, the culture aspect, okay, and the change management. As we say, the strategy, the culture eats strategy for breakfast. I mean, means that you don't have the right mindset, the agility within the organization. Probably this will be another failure project, as many of the AI projects that we know. The other aspect is also looking at your data foundation. All right, I mean, AI with data, they are good friends. I mean, you cannot look at AI without looking into your foundation of AI, of data. So it starts across the board about which data infrastructure you have, which data management you have, what type of policy and process you are doing in terms of the governance of the data. As we say, garbage in, garbage out. I mean, is your data clean? Is it ready and proven for great use cases in the future? Because that will help you to understand your why. And when you look at the change management and you look at your data foundation, something that people miss is the basics. What are the basics is what is the pain point that you are trying to fix, right? It's not because if this technology is trending, I need to implement it. It's always about going back to the basics and understand if this technology is going to resolve a real problem that my organization is having, and how we are going to scale the value as we go to start smart.
Yeah, and I think also, if I can add into that, to learn and to teach your employees how to use it, the ethical side of it.
Absolutely.
Is really important.
All right.
ChatGPT doesn't has the whole data as required as people think. Okay, so in certain industries, you can get the generic overview, and you can copy paste that, but that's not the right thing to go through. So to teach your employees is super important, which not many people are going through. Not many companies are looking into that. So I always say, teach your employees how to use that.
Absolutely. But you touch upon very interesting point, right? So for me, I look at AI from the innovation perspective, all right? Now, do you have the innovation culture within your organization? That's the first question. Do you have the prerequisites to foster the innovation in your organization? Most of the companies, what they do, they put all the accountability of innovation probably on the technology leader. Probably for me, these technology leaders, probably they can play the role of the PMO of that implementation, of making things happen, and probably prepare the technology infrastructure for that. But in terms of innovation, you need to have anybody in your organization, in different layers of the organization, should have the ecosystem and the infrastructure within the organization to come up with these ideas. And you have to have strong innovation funnel to make sure that some of these ideas is taking place. AI should be also included in that entire innovation framework. So this is what my point on top of that. There is also one point that you mentioned in terms of the risk of these models, all right? Now, the reality of the models is like you have new type of source of information. Before we had access to Google search, and Google search is depends on your location, on your region, probably on your ethnicity to give you the result, right? And I believe is even ChatGPT, for example, which is the most famous model or in terms of AI, generative AI used, is also is not as unrestricted as we might think, right? I mean, if you can ask some question within the boundaries, you might have answers that are prove that there is somebody else who is like answer the question. So this is something is there. I have seen organization that starts building their own model, okay, within the knowledge base of their companies. We've been also been asked to looking on in terms of this AI generative solution for specific organization to make sure there is no data risk and all the data will stay within the organization. Okay, that's why it motivates countries, for example, to start building their own model. I mean, rightly so. If you look at the region here, Saudi and the UAE, I've been pleased to see that UAE is investing $300 million to come up with new model, not to compete, but something that will be within the ethics of this region and within the value of this region. If you look at also Saudi Arabia, they start also investing in also another AI generative solution from China, just to make sure that we are different models, that by having this control of this model and by having control of the data set, we can also define the future, and we can also make sure that there will be no risk within our region that will probably harm our values and our
Yeah. How do you see AI transforming traditional businesses models, for instance? And what advice would you give to the companies looking to integrate the AI into their operations? I know you touched on that you need to see the culture of the company, right? It should be right. Ethically, it should be right. But what else you can add into that if you're going to traditional business models?
We discussed the prerequisites from what can stop them to not achieve the full potential of the AI. But for me, what I can see is that how they can define their operating model. Okay, how they can use AI to define new job of tomorrow, for example. How they can use AI to have more productive company with more productive employees using this technology to perform their job better. When you look at the basics of any traditional business, it's about increasing revenue, it's also increasing the efficiency of the company. And I strongly believe there is no other way to do it without understanding your customer, right? All this technology, if they are not into helping you to understand more the behavior of your customer, what the customer is want to achieve, and how is perceiving your brand and how is consuming your product, means that you still need to have more insight of this. So I believe that AI, when you say just to break it down, but like all the machine learning models that can be used, we have been using it for the last 10 years. It's not something new, but the power of the new generative AI can help definitely to increase the accuracy and the speed, and also have access to different data points that can give you more accuracy in terms of how you can predict the consumer behavior. And also it can help you to identify many opportunities and many use cases within your organization in terms of efficiency, in terms of depends on your business model. You can identify new way of doing business, re-engineering processes. But this is from the data you can achieve. From entrepreneur perspective, I mean, just imagine and picture this. If as entrepreneur or any leader in the company, you have access to the experts and the experts in all the fields, from finance, from business, from operation. I mean, and you have it 24/7 in your pocket, in your phone. So this is what's gonna change. I mean, probably some services like service we are offering, a product we are in terms of advisory and strategy, etc. Probably, and that we have to be very real and very honest with ourselves. Some of the business model will change, right? I mean, why I would not ask ChatGPT on new model on the strategy of how I can transform my business and how I can rely on this company. So the companies should start looking on new business model to make sure that the customer would have value out of this technologies.
Let's touch on the other business venture you have, Aura.ai.
Yes.
Just tell us briefly.
So Aura is stand for One Hub Retail Analytics. I mean, as I told you, our vision is to simplify AI. Part of the sector that we work with many customers are the retail customer, right? And we strongly believe that any retailer cannot run the business without having full visibility on the operation, on the customer experience, stock, operation, etc. Now, Aura is our mission is to make AI affordable and accessible for retail, and I believe we have cracked what does it mean AI for retailer by breaking down all the models in terms of prediction, cost optimization, pricing, menu re-engineering, for example, plus how we can combine this with all the technology that are there already in the store, for example, and we can use vision computing as AI solution for that. So when you combine all of these insights, so we can have and provide a good insight for any retailer to make, for example, informed decision to run this business. So this is our mission. This is what we are doing with Aura.ai.
Okay, great. You in the beginning we touched on your move from corporate side, okay, to this businesses. So as a solopreneur, as to going into the business by yourself is very daunting, right? So what challenges you face during all these years, during this time, and what are the risks involved to go solo and do your own business?
Right. So let me just give you some context about the decision, because I believe this is it's going to be insightful for some of people that's also in the process of thinking of starting their own journey as well. For me, when I was part of big companies like Unilever, Bupa Arabia, Majid Al Futtaim, I was fortunate enough to touch and understand the technology industry, okay, and understand exactly how this technology will help to empower this organization to do a lot of things. Part of the things is also I believe that I was fortunate to have access to resources to make sure that this is happening. But I still believe that there's huge opportunities, huge market size in terms of anything related to the digital transformation. So the idea was always there. I mean, even when I was in the engineering school, I mean, most of my friends said, Ziad, I mean, when you are going to start your own business. So the idea was there from day one, okay? And also there's also a story I want to share. Back in time when I was in Morocco, I was VP business in one of the Global Youth Empowerment Association. I mean, I learned how you can give back to society and how you can empower society in terms of growing by doing business, all right? I was good with technology. This is my passion. Innovation is also there. So I said, okay, how I can bring everything in the mix and also start my own business. So before having the potential of starting the business is something. Starting the business is different.
Yes.
So, and that journey, I felt that I was stuck somehow in the journey. Like I was having very good salary. I was having a good title. I had a very good team as well. I learned day after day from leader I work with. So probably somebody else, I mean, why would you do that, right? But for me, something was inside that I want to unleash. I mean, the story started technically and practically when my wife started her coaching journey, right? For me, probably coaching, what is coaching? What's the objective of the coaching? So for me, she said, what do you think? I said, okay, as long as you want to grow and you want to explore new learnings, it's okay. Please, good luck. Mm-hmm. And she started. And I realized the amount of new concept, okay, that she's bringing home, okay? And I felt at this point of time, this is what I was missing as a person. I mean, probably people when they reach 30, between 30 and 40, they are looking for purpose. They are looking for what is next. And I was lucky enough because I got a very good career, I would say. I mean, a good learning, very exposure in terms of like region, industries, etc. So it's kind of like short kind of master classes I had within 15 years. So And for the first time, I was curious about coaching. And my wife advised me, Ziad, probably you can go and try your luck. And it's turned out this is the best decision, probably one of the best decisions I have made in my life, because it gives me a tool to clarify the next step. I mean, and how I can connect with my inner leadership, how I can connect with my values, how I can connect with my ambition. And of course, being realistic, that nothing will be easy, nothing will be simple. So you have to work hard, you have to fight, but you look at things from perspective of growth. That helped me to move very quickly in terms of next step. Now, connecting the dots, I mean, how I can have impact on the entire ecosystem. As I told you, I left my country with a plan of going back after 2 years. Now, when you come to this region, you understand that you can also empower the entire region, and you can also be part of the entire ecosystem to make this region also growing. How? By using technology, by also being part of the discussion about technology, by also probably, hopefully also to have a team with you, and also to make them grow, and probably empower them and inspire them also to do one day their own business. So this is all of the things that helped me to take the leap to start my new journey with a lot of love of corporate, with all the learnings as well. But I feel that in terms of the reward, I feel it's highly educational experience. And I think it feels rewarding to start something from scratch, as I said, and and find that fit. Yeah.
So, and the next question, is quite relate to this one, what you just said. And I ask this every guest who comes to this platform. Said, when was the time you taken the step in your life which changed everything for you? And when you look back, you say, "Oh, I'm glad I did that, and have taken that step."
I will answer to this question from probably weird perspective. If you tell me, Ziad, 20 years back, okay, just draw your what you want to achieve, okay? I would not be able to draw and to think about what I'm having now, right? What I'm saying is that I strongly believe that you might have a plan, but probably Allah might have bigger plan, nicer plan, okay? So for me, it's all about how far you trust the process. That's the first principle I will think of. The second principle is that how you can compare yourself with your full potential. Okay. Now I can see that I still have many dreams and many objectives to manifest in the future, but I'm also very grateful to what I have currently now. I think it's not only one decision I have made. I think is the series of the things that probably you think that you have full control, that you think you decide, but many experiences I had in my life that I learned how to become more resilient. I become how to manage my stress tolerance as well. I like to look at failure from different perspective, look at starting small from different perspective. So all this experience taught me a lot, I mean, to where I am now. So for me, there is no one decision, but if you have and you need one decision, probably taking the leap to start my own journey in my own for my own business. Being mindful that starting the business is one thing, managing in one thing, and make it successfully is another thing. So this is another things that we still give us the motivation tomorrow and the after tomorrow.
Okay, it's a great perspective. So just let's wrap up the conversation. I want to ask you one more thing. What advice would you give to someone who wants to be an entrepreneur, wants to do something different, have ideas, but they are reluctant to take that step because there's obvious reasons? Okay, what the family will say, friends will say, what the circle will say, or I'm shy, I'm not confident enough. There are so many things, right?
Absolutely.
People have ideas all the time. What advice you will give them?
I mean, as principle, I'm not a big fan of giving advice when it comes to life, and especially for the journey of people. I mean, technology, I can give you a million of advices because this is my expertise. But when it comes to life, and especially for a very sensitive topic of like, I want to start like my new entrepreneurship journey, I will share with you what works best for me, I think, is to understand your bigger why. Okay, so why you are doing this? Is it because of you are passionate about something, or you, as I said, you feel in love of with big problem that you want to fix, or probably you don't like corporate? Okay, and I mean, I have seen that. I mean,
Yeah,
people they feel depressed in the corporate, and they say, okay, I want to start my own business, right? If that will be your why, don't start your business. Okay, very clear answer to that. I think one of the things is also to see what type of impact you want to unleash. For one reason, because entrepreneurship is not something very easy, and it's not given to anybody. By the way, just I don't want to make it inclusive to everybody, but at the same time, if you don't have the personality feature, and you can have the right resilience and the right mindset to see the bigger picture, I think if you're not there yet, I think try to see how you can get there. Right?
yeah,
Surround yourself with people that love you. And when I say love you, means that they will be genuine, they will be authentic, they will be honest to give you feedback. Right? I mean, don't look for people. Yes, you can do it, because I mean they cannot do.
yeah. They just say, yeah, you can do it. No feedback coming.
No feedback. So and when you are vulnerable and you are weak, and this is happening in business, and nobody is can tell you I'm strong or I can do everything. I mean, we are human, and we have to also be practical and just to be honest with your audience as well. Surround yourself with people that can help you, that can support you, that can encourage you. I mean, nobody can go alone in the journey. Okay, the probably the other aspect will be is the alignment with your values. I mean what you are trying to achieve, how entrepreneurship will help you to unleash your full potential. And the last probably piece of advice is be financially ready. Okay. Yeah. I've seen people that they made decision, they feel that they will forecast everything after 3 months, they will become millionaire. As long as, from what I have seen, there is no shortcut. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
And one of the things I was doing and helped me a lot is reading biographies of successful people who made it. Okay. I mean, back in Morocco, probably I'm first generation entrepreneur, which means that I haven't seen any model in my family. I know my parents, they have done all what they could do for me to have access to education, to also open a new horizon for me. But for me, what inspired me the most is looking what other people, what they have done, what is the pattern, what is their story. I mean, I was always looking at what is unique about them. And this is something helped me a lot. So for me, the result or the outcome is there is no shortcut. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to, everything will take time. Financially, you have to be ready for it. So
yeah. Okay. No, it's great. Like you said, find your why, and if you find your why, then how is easy, right? That's what we say.
Absolutely.
Right? Thank you so much, Ziad, for coming today and taking your time. Really appreciate that. I know you're busy, so much obliged.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
And to my audience, we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye now.